financial goals that you guys have for 2025. You can unmute your mic and just tell us what are some goals for 2025, financial goals, that is. Debt free. Okay. Yes, debt free. Boy, it is so peaceful to be debt free. And I can tell you this from personal experience. I have absolutely no debt, no debt, no debt. I live a debt free life. And it's, it's such a different way of living when you have no debt whatsoever. It's truly stress free. What else? What else do you guys have for your New Year resolution? You can unmute and put it in the chat. Unmute or put it in the chat. What are some financial goals, some New Year resolutions? What are you hoping to do this year that maybe you didn't do last year, or maybe you did it last year, but now you're going to step it up, right? You're going to step it up this year if you did hit your goals last year. Okay.
So this is Yvette speaking. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Yvette.
I personally would like to expand my practice, and expand and scale my practice, and I too would like to be debt free. I don't know how true that can actually be when I have kids in college. So, but for now, that is a goal that I am trying to achieve.
Nice. And guys, you guys may not know, but I invited Yvette to be on with us tonight. Yvette is a super big deal, right? You guys are going to be hearing a lot about her and a lot from her in the coming months. She doesn't know yet, but she's about to be part of the campaign. Well, she does know it because I told her today that she's going to be my business partner, and she'll be part of the campaign. So let me tell you, or let me have her formally introduce herself. Super proud to brag on her, another sister, right? Yvette is a big deal, right? She may not say it because she's trying to be modest, but Miss Yvette Stewart is a super big deal, because guess what, y'all? A lot of the stuff that we're teaching people to do, and when it comes to their personal finance, building wealth, she is the one that's going to show you and I how to keep it, right? We're going to teach you how to get it, and then she's going to show you how to keep it. So, Yvette, don't say anything yet. Put it in the chat. What do you guys think Miss Yvette does? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What do you guys think Miss Yvette does? Put it in the chat, right? So my job is to help you guys build wealth, and she's going to help you keep it. So what do you think her title is? What do you think her profession is?
Financial advisor?
No.
A tax attorney.
Oh, that's close. We got some heavy hitters in the room tonight. You're close. You're halfway there, Richard. Tax accountant? No.
Well, I don't know. CPA?
No.
I veered off to the left.
You got part of it. So we show people how to make the money, and she's going to show them how to keep it, right? How to keep it. So what do you guys think?
Tax attorney. She's not a tax. Okay. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. I don't know.
All right. So if nobody can guess, nope, she's not an investor. She's not a financial counselor. She's not a tax accountant. She's not an accountant. Richard said it. Richard kind of said it, right? So everybody give up? Everybody give up? Well, what Miss Yvette does, she is the one that's going to make sure you keep all this wealth and your family gets every penny of it and not the government. Okay? She's the one that's going to make sure everything that you own, everything that you're working so hard for, she's going to make sure that it stays in your bloodline. And with that, I present to you Miss Yvette Stewart, who is a sister, right? She's a sister and she is an estate planning attorney, right? That we're going to be partnering because, again, we're showing you how to build this wealth. But I'm not an attorney, right? So the things that she can do, I cannot do, right? So Miss Yvette, do you want to just give them a teaser? Just give them a teaser. Just introduce yourself and say whatever you want to share. 1 or 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. So I am an estate planning attorney, and
Woo woo! No, you need to say that again, girlfriend. That is a big deal, okay? That is a big deal. First of all, we black and we female, okay? So you need to say that again. We need to take it in. She is an estate planning attorney. We need to take that in. Say that again, Miss Yvette.
I'm an estate planning attorney in Brooklyn.
Woo woo! In Brooklyn, okay? In Brooklyn.
So what I actually do, I advise clients on how to preserve their wealth after they pass away. So you can have, and that could be by creating a trust, and that would be a living trust if you want to still have access to your finances while you're alive. It would be a living trust. And then if you want to leave your assets, your financial wealth, your home, everything, your accounts, your financial accounts, investment accounts, you can save it through a trust. You can pass it on, that generational wealth that we have been talking about so much within the black community. I'm going to show you how to do it. You create a trust, and then that way your family members don't have to go through probate. I have cases 2-3 years, and the family cannot have access. You cannot get access to that money because the family member who passed away failed to plan. They failed to come up with a plan. They failed to provide a system in which their family would be able to navigate. They failed to, so that they would know how to navigate without having to go through the court system. Probate is a place that you don't want to go. It's pretty much like purgatory. All right. So your family member could have so many assets, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it can't be touched. You won't have access to it until the court says you can. And by doing so, you would need to file a petition. The court has to go ahead and appoint you. Make sure that no one is objecting to your appointment. So if you do like many other races, if we can do it as a race and we create a trust, our trust is going to say exactly who gets what without the government getting involved. Courts hate trusts. They absolutely hate them because they don't get to go in your business. They don't get to know, well, Odette is sitting on $500,000 or she has $5 million. They'll never know. However, if there is no trust, if a trust hasn't been set up, even if it's a will, it has to go through probate. So guess what? The court gets to look through each and every financial piece of paper that you have because they need to make sure, they want to make sure, it does belong to Odetta or it does belong to Richard. They want to know. But we can stop them from looking in by creating a trust and by creating different avenues that are out there that the government has set up But unfortunately, we don't get the game plan. We don't get it. So it's not very often where the average Black person can just say, oh, well, hey, I'm going to leave this house for my children, or I'm going to leave this property for them. Unfortunately, a lot of us, at least I know when I was coming up, they would say, oh, well, my grandmother's going into a nursing home and she has a house, so we're going to put the house in my aunt's name. Not knowing that that's not going to work, because the government is going to look back 5 years. 5 years they're going to look back, and if your grandmother needs to go in a nursing home tomorrow and that trust has invested, guess what? It's as if she still owns it. So I don't want to take over or talk too much. I'm sorry, Odetta, but depending on what you want to do and your age makes a big difference in terms of whether you should get a living trust, which you still retain access to your finances, or what you call an irrevocable trust, which is when you actually give up ownership. And typically someone would create an irrevocable trust if they were going into a nursing home or something like that, because they lose access to it. And that's what the government wants. They want to know. So if you're applying for Medicaid or something and you have an irrevocable trust, once that trust has vested, when the government looks back 5 years, they'll say, oh, Odetta doesn't own any property. Even though it's your house, because it's an irrevocable trust, it's as if you don't own anything.
And there
these things I'm sorry, it's a bit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
We sure can, loud and clear.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Because it's a little bit noisy on my end, so I'm sorry. Show you how to keep it.
There you go. There you go. We're going to show you how to make it, and she's going to show you how to keep it. Keep all of it. Keep all of it, okay? All of it. Not a dollar going outside of your family. Keep all of it. Yes, Ramon, she is based in New York, right? You weren't paying attention. She said Brooklyn, New York, right? Brooklyn, New York. And she's also going to be, you guys know, at our office in Brooklyn, New York, we do seminars to the public every month, right? So let me pull up the flyer. Oh, so what I want to show you guys is, if you've been coming on these webinars, this is why I say, guys, even if you don't want to do this business, or maybe you're not business savvy, you want to be a member, so this way you have access to this information. Because I promise you, your tax person is not going to tell you this. Your CPA is not going to tell you this. Your financial advisor is not going to tell you this. But we will. We will. Right? So I know that this is a big, big, big topic, because as we're showing people how to build wealth, or people have amassed wealth, there's no plan to keep this money when they're gone. Like, it's ludicrous when I sit with clients and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't have a lot of clients yet that has 2 million, 3 million, 5 million estate, right? Like, their house might be worth it, but that's different, right? But the ones that maybe you're sitting like $5 million in, assets, right? Not their real estate, not their house. I'm not talking about a house. I'm talking about cash. I'm talking about investment portfolio, right? They have no, it's like ludicrous to me. Well, it's ludicrous to me because I'm in this business. If I wasn't in this business, I would think I'm doing good. But how do you amass all this wealth and you have no plan in place to protect it? So you work for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and then you die and your bloodline is still being evicted, or your bloodline is still broke, or your bloodline is still living paycheck to paycheck. If you did something right, you want to go that extra mile to protect it, because a lot of people do not know, right? And I'm sharing my screen. A lot of people do not know that the minute somebody gets pronounced dead in America, it gets frozen. Look at all the X. Look at all the red X. The minute the bank gets notified that John Doe died, gridlock. Your wife can't touch your money. Your husband can't touch your money. Not even your only child can touch your money. And I have stories. The one that comes to me right now is Olivia. Olivia was the only child for her mom. Money in the bank account, she can't touch it. Show the bank the death certificate, she still can't touch it. Like, is it fair? No, it's not. But this is why we got to learn this stuff, and this is why we got to teach this stuff, right? The minute you are pronounced dead in America, the government takes over. And everybody's going to get paid before your bloodline get paid, before your kids get paid, before your spouse get paid. So that checking account that is there, that CD, that savings account, that 401k, 457, 403b, even though there is beneficiary, yeah, they're going to get it eventually, right? IRA, Roth IRA, like when I see this list, I'm like, oh my God, that like, this is like emergency mode, right? It's crazy. And people don't know this stuff. They just don't know it. Right? So I'm super happy to be partnering with Miss Yvette Short. As you guys may or may not know, but let me just remind you, if you did know, right? We are coming up on tax season. And a lot of y'all, not me, not OdettaKing.com, a lot of y'all went berserk spending. Right? Not me. I was intentional, and I'm always intentional because I know this stuff, right? I know this stuff. Everything that I bought during the holiday is a business expense. Not even expense. Business investment, right? Books. OD on books. I just ordered 2 more books last night to read. 2 more books last night. I just ordered, right? Everything that I bought during the holiday is all for my business. And because it's all for my business, it is 100% tax deduction, right? So this coming Saturday, January 11th and the 12th, right? Take a screenshot. We're going to be having 2 tax professionals, right? They're both in our business. The lovely Miss Judith Hamilton, woo woo, big up all Jamaicans, and the lovely Miss Imara Hercules, right? Now these ladies are dynamite. Y'all already know. Anybody I align myself with, they gotta be like, oh, they're awesome. They are awesome individual, right? And they know their stuff. So Saturday, January 11th, we're going to have 2 sessions for the morning people, right? Who just want to get it out the way, 10 to 12. And then the afternoon people who maybe want to sleep in late Saturday morning, they can come in the afternoon, right? Same information, 3 to 5, right? And then on Sunday, well, we're going to praise God first. Hallelujah. So we're going to go to church in the morning, and 3 o'clock, we're going to be here for the afternoon session at our office, 2174 Nostrand Avenue, 2nd floor of the U.S. Army Recruiting Building, right? Brooklyn, New York, Flatbush Junction. What are you going to be learning? And who is this for? Well, honestly, even if you are like, Odetta, I'm retired, you still want to be here. Because you getting your Social Security, you getting your pension, it's going to be taxed, right? The only time you stop paying taxes is when you're dead, right? But most people who have a W-2, you got a JOB, you're going to get a W-2 anytime around this month. You have a 1099, you're a contract employee, you're self-employed, you own a business. You want to be here, right? You want to be here. You want to be here to learn how to pay less taxes legally. Do what the wealthy people are doing legally, right? You want to learn how to keep more money in your pocket legally. You want to learn how to create tax-free income, which is what we do. We show people how to position their money so it can be in the right asset class that's going to be tax-free. Right? You want to learn about gross income standard versus itemized deductions on all the deductions that are out there that most people either do not know or they're not taking advantage of it. And then, of course, your girl, OdettaKing.com, is going to show you some of the best vehicle that everybody should have, but don't have their money, right? So I'm going to show you where you're going to go to register, right? You want to get registered ASAP. And let me pull up the website where you're going to go, right? And if you have people in New York, tri-state New York, New Jersey, they want to be here. Absolutely. Because they're going to get their tax return. Excuse me. They're going to get their tax return. And guys, this is different times. We got to know more. We have to know more. It's not just about going to the tax guy, filing your taxes and getting the refund right now. When you sit with these girls, Imara Hercules and Judith Hamilton and myself, not only you're going to know, not only you're filing your taxes this year, but you're going to have more knowledge. You're going to have more information how to make sure in the future as well, your accounts are set up, right? So we don't only file taxes, but we do tax planning strategy session. So all of my clients, which are hundreds of them, right? I'm going to be super extra busy in the month of January because I'm telling everybody, I know maybe you may have been going to Joe Schmo to do your taxes for the last 5 years, but you want to come to us this year. Why? You're going to get other stuff. Yes, we're going to file your taxes, but we're also strategizing for the future and doing tax planning for the future, not just filing your taxes. Guys, level up, right? We got to level up. More information we get, more we can teach you. It's not only about filing your taxes, getting a refund this year, and you off to your merry way. No, we putting you in position, right? So you're going to go to my website, and actually I'm going to put it in the chat right now. OdettaKing.com/stack your coin. No, OdettaKing.com/health and wealth. But if you click on this link that I just put in the chat, right? When you click on that, it's going to bring you to my website. You guys are all on this money mastery. So every week you'll get reminders, right? Because the topic is different, right? You want to book a one-on-one with us? You're going to click this link and boom, right here. The third tab is the tax and finance in-person seminar, right? In person is where the money reside. In person is where you can have that one-on-one. In person is where you're going to get information that normally if you're on a Zoom with 500 people or 200 people, it's different, right? But in person, you get to pull me to the side. You get to pull Judith to the side. You get to pull Imara to the side and have those one-on-one conversation in person, which you cannot do from a Zoom, right? So Saturday and Sunday, January 11th and the 12th. So this is what's happening for January. Keep coming to this link, and every month we have different topics. And Miss Yvette Short is going to be one of the seminar speakers when we're going to do our estate planning, right? Estate planning seminar in person at the office, right? So tonight I'm going to be teaching from one of my books, right? One of my books I'm going to be teaching from, and actually let me share this. Let's pull this up. Oops, let's push this to the side. Let's push this to the side and open this up first. Oh, where is it? Right here. Right here. So, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Everybody feeling good? All right. So, tonight, like I said, I'm going to be teaching from one of my books. As you guys know, I am an author. all things finance, all things money. Love, 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 love what I do. I can work forever. I can work from sun up to sundown. It's not even work at this point, right? So my first book, If You Ain't Stacking, You Are Dropping, because it's all about stacking your coins. It's from A to Z when it comes to personal finance, right? Second book, This Is Why You Are Broke. And I give the top 30 reasons why you are broke and what you need to do to unstuck yourself. Third book, Let's Get Rich. This is a journal planner that I'm going to be teaching from tonight. And my fourth book that I launched about 2 or 3 years ago, Playground Millionaires, How to Set Your Kids Up to Be Millionaires, right? So tonight I'm going to be teaching from Let's Get Rich. Y'all ready to get rich? It's 2025, right? Are you ready to get rich? Or maybe richer, I should say, because maybe you're already rich, right? But if you're rich, but you ain't got tax planning in there, you ain't got estate planning in there, my friend, you are still broke. Because the government will take some and taxes will take some, right? And this is what we do not want. This is why we're going to have the experts who can take you guys beyond yonder, right? So let's get started. Tonight I'm teaching from Let's Get Rich Journal Planner, which, by the way, all of those books, you can get it on my website, odettaking.com, odettaking.com. Right, if you purchase it directly from my website, it's autographed. Otherwise, you can go on Amazon. They're all on Amazon. On Amazon, of course, they're coming from the fulfillment center, so they will not be autographed. But you have access to the author, Odetta King herself, teaching tonight from her book, Let's Get Rich, right? So in my Let's Get Rich journal planner, obviously, telling yourself money mantra is a super, 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 super big deal. We have to talk to ourselves and say the right things when it comes to money. And this is something that we have to learn, because most of us, you don't know what you don't know, right? Like one of my all-time favorite money mantra is, I will never be broke a day in my life. It's not over until I win, right? I will not be old and broke, but rather old and rich. What are you telling yourself when it comes to your money? I'll never be broke a day in my life. Never, ever be broken out a day in my life. I will never be broke a day in my life. I will never. You cannot tell me no. I will never be broke a day in my life, right? And with what I know, when it comes to money, I will never be broke a day in my life. Right? Never, right? So what are you telling yourself when it comes to money, right? Here, I am the first multi-millionaire in my family. First, multi-millionaire, right? What are you telling yourself about money, right? I am grateful for my health and the special people in my life. Your health is a big deal, because you can have all this money, and if you ain't got good health, you sure ain't gonna be enjoying it. But I'm grateful for my health. What are you telling yourself about money? Here's another one. I am the lender always. I am the lender always. Never the borrower. Shout out to my Auntie Yvonne Norville, who is on this Zoom, and I'm super, 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 super grateful. She paved the way for me when it comes to teaching, when it comes to sale, and look at this. Now she's in business with me. God is good, right? Auntie Yvonne, in my life growing up back in Guyana, she was the lender, always, never the borrower, right? So what are you telling yourself when it comes to money? Here's another one that I've already set up. My money will outlive me and continue to bless others, which means I'm not going to spend it all. I can't spend it all because it's so much. I cannot spend it all. It's going to outlive me. I'm going to die and my money's still going to go on to bless others, right? To bless others. To bless others. It's going to outlive me, right? It's going to outlive me. Here's another money mantra. This is why in this business, I have zero tolerance for the whiners. Zero tolerance for the excuse makers. Winners find a way to win, period. Winners find a way to win. If you got to go under, over, underside, winners find a way to win, guys. And for some people, they may not like that. They might be like, oh, Daddy, you're too pushy. Like, I don't want it. Like, I really don't want to hear it. I was on a webinar today, right, with one of our multi $8 million earner who is a doctor. And it's like, you know what he said? People have, what is it? What did he say? Middle class poverty mindset. Middle class poverty mindset. We don't know it, but that's what most people have. Middle class poverty mindset. It's always about the shortcomings. It's always, I don't know if I could do this. I can't, I don't know. No, winners find a way to make it work. Winners find a way to win. You studying for your exam, you failed 5 times, who cares? Go back the 6th time. You call 10 people, they say no, who cares? Keep making those calls. Winners find a way to win, right? I remember when I used to go to NYU, I couldn't wait to finish school. Like 4 a.m. I'm in the library. 4 a.m., 3 a.m. and I couldn't wait to finish. But I knew that someday I'm going to win. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to say, well, this class is too hard. You know what? Who needs a degree anyway? No. I'm on that train or taking an Uber or taking a cab from Manhattan to come back to Brooklyn 5 a.m. and got to go to work at 9 a.m. Winners find a way to win. So to me, like the excuses, like I'm like, I can't work with you. I can't work with you because we're on the 2 different wavelengths here. I don't want to hear the excuse because you will always have excuses. There's always going to be excuses. Here's another good one right here. My annual income has become my monthly income. Guys, these are things that some people will never ever phantom. They'll never even dream it. What you mean your annual income turned into your monthly income? Yeah. I don't know what circle you in, but that's happening in WFG. Annual income turn into monthly income. You making $100,000 a year, you can make $100,000 a month here. We see it every Tuesday and Friday. We see it every pay cycle, every Tuesday, every Friday, every Tuesday, every Friday. Even if you're making $50,000 a year in WFG, in this business, that can be your monthly income. We see it. I've been here 8 years. I've seen it. I've seen it. How do you be a doctor making 100 and change, and in 5 years now you're making $8 million? You went from a medical doctor, $150K a year at the hospital. Now you in WFG, you making $8 million a year. Even if it was $1 million a year, right? How do you go from being a taxi driver in Canada, shout out to Raj, making whatever he was making back then as a taxi driver, no finance education, no business education, and today making $12 million a year? Turn your annual income into your monthly income, right? It may not happen right away, but you stay the course. Winners find a way to win. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But some people are too quick to give up. They want it right away. Nothing comes right away. Nothing good, at least, comes right away. All right? So tonight, I'm going to be teaching 10 money moves as we embark on 2025. New year, new money. Hey, Dina. Oh, my God. My boss, my real estate boss girl is in Jamaica. Dino, you need to make sure you bring me back those Vibes Cartel rum, okay? I will pay you, okay, Dino? Please make sure at Jamaica Airport, you bring me back my Vibes Cartel rum, okay? Okay. Hi, Marcia. Thanks for joining. Hi, Dina. Thanks for joining on Instagram Live. But yes, guys, we're talking about 2025, setting yourself up with some money moves. The first thing, and everybody, right? This is not just for clients. This is for everybody. even for me, you guys, you know what I did on New Year's Day? I pulled out this book. Where is it? Where is my paper copy? Oh, it's on my living room desk. I took my journal planner and I created my budget. Everything that I'm telling you guys to do, I've already done for myself. New Year's Day, first day of the year, I already put these things in place, right? Wasn't a lot because I'm in finance. I'm always doing stuff, right? So for you, every one of you that is on this call, right? You want to make sure the first thing is that you schedule a one-on-one with myself so we can help you, even if you are an agent. Exactly, she said. Hey, Marsha, right? First thing you're going to do, money moves, okay? Money moves. Maybe, like I said, you did really well. You did really well in 2024. Well, now we're gonna step it up. And if you didn't do well in 2024, it's okay. The clock resets. Number one, you're going to create a budget. How much are you making? How much are you spending? How much are you saving? How much are you investing? You got to know the numbers. If not, you're going to spend your whole paycheck. If not, before you know it, you're 65 and you're like, that's all I got? Yeah. Right? And the number one thing we see with people who are retired is they do not have enough. They do not have enough. So we're going to create a budget. It could be something simple. But when you get this book, we got the game plan for you, right? How much are you earning? If you're making $100K a year, okay, out of the $100K, how much is going to my bills? How much am I saving? How much am I investing? Right? Number one, create a budget. Number two, you got to pay yourself first. 10% minimum, 10 to 40%. And you may be like, oh, Detta, 40%? That's a lot. Well, I don't know. It depends on who you are. Because I love saving money. So 40% is easy for me because I love saving money. I'm obsessed with being old and broke. Okay? So maybe you're not at 40% yet. Maybe you're at 10%. Or maybe you don't even know how much you're saving. 10% minimum. Minimum 10%. Right? So somebody do the math with me. Put it in the chat. Let's say you're making 100,000. We're going to stay with 100,000 because 6 figures is a good number. If you're making 100,000, what is 10% of 100,000? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Okay? Class in session. Put it in the chat. I need some participation. If you're making 100,000, what is 10% of 100,000? Come on, do the math, people.
It's 10,000.
Right? And now you take that 10,000 and you divide it by 12 months. And that's how much you should be saving from your paycheck every month. 10,000 divided by 12. Whatever that number is, that is what you should be saving minimum. Minimum. 10% minimum. Right? Number 3, we gotta set up our emergency fund. Guys, and I used to say 3 to 6 months, and most people will tell you 3 to 6 months. But guys, it's never a problem having more money. Why would you only want to limit yourself to 3 months or 6 months? What if you lose your job? What if you get sick? Then you're only limited to 3 to 6 months? That's gonna go by real quick. It's going to take you longer to get a job if you lose your job. So 3 to 6 months is not enough. We've seen this. We've seen this countless times. 3 to 6 months is not enough. 12 months, 2 years, you're cruising. You lose your job today, you are not stressed out. Baby, you're going on a cruise, honey. Baby, you're taking a vacation, honey. Because you got a nice cushion of 12 to 24 months. You definitely don't need it that long, but it's better to have more money. But what if you only got 3 months? Guys, you know what? This happened to me when I was in corporate America many years ago. And I would lose my job. I would be stressed because I know I only have 3 months or 6 months. I would be so stressed that anybody offer me a job, I'm saying yes. Because my funds is going down. Because all I got is 3 to 6 months. And once your funds start going down, you end up taking anything just to get a paycheck. You are in no bargaining, negotiation power. You just happy somebody give me a job because your little savings is going down. And this happened to me. And I was like, I felt myself saying yes to like jobs that was below my pay grade. Like how you got a bachelor, you got 10 years hotel sales, and you just taking like a mediocre job. Because your funds is going down. So you're going to say yes to anything that comes your way. And because you're saying yes to anything that comes your way, you're not even putting yourself in a position to negotiate with these people. Because you're just happy that they're offering you something because your funds are going down. But you know what? I'm telling you guys these things from personal experience. Once I start saving more money, 12 to 24 months, we flip the game. We flip the script. Oh no, honey, I'm choosing and refusing you. I'm picking, choosing, and refusing all day, every day. You calling me now, and I'm like, let me think about it. You calling me now, and I'm saying, honey, baby, what you got with this job? What kind of benefits you got with this job? I'm in the driver's seat because I don't need it right away. I got options, right? Set up your emergency fund. Most people in America, I didn't say it, Google it. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat. What is the amount that most people cannot deal with in the event they get hit with an emergency? Put the number in the chat. Right? In America, if you just Google it, what is the number that most people cannot deal with when it comes to emergency funds? Putting their money on a dollar amount. Put it in the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you way high. No, it's not $5,000. It's less, guys. Let's see. Who else can guess? Who else can guess? Or you could just Google it. No, it's not 1,000. It's not 2,000. It's less. Man, nobody can get it. Y'all, I know y'all could Google. Google will tell you. It is not $500, but you're getting close. Google will give you the answer. Just ask Siri. Guys, let me see if anybody's going to say it before I say it. Come on, man. We in 21st century. Y'all could Google this stuff. Y'all could ask Siri this stuff. Y'all could ask, what's the AI this stuff. AI will tell you. Come on, ask AI. Okay, I'm just going to say, for time purposes, it is $400. $400. You're a tire. You got a puncture, you need some tires, somebody break your windscreen, $400. You got to go to Guyana, you got to buy a quick ticket, $400. $400. So how much more peace of mind if you have 12 to 24 months, right? You're building your way up. Maybe you do 6 months first, and then you build your way up to a year. Anything after a year, you cruising. You are cruising. You lose your job, you're not going to be at risk of being evicted, right? Because you got 12 months emergency. If your expenses is about $3,000 a month, then, you have money to cover your expenses and your rent or your mortgage, right? So set up your emergency funds, 12 to 24 months. Guys, and I know that these things sounds easier, but this is why you want to work with someone like myself who, number one, is going to lay the game plan and hold you accountable. Hold you accountable, because if somebody don't hold you accountable, you're not going to do these things. We all need somebody to push us. Even me, I need people to push me, right? So I have people like Jonathan pushing me, right? Everybody needs that push because we're not going to push ourselves, right? Number 4, set up your diversify. That's the key word here. Diversify retirement accounts. In other words, don't have all your eggs in one basket. Don't have all your eggs in one basket, because if you put all your eggs in one basket and somebody steal that basket, or they break the eggs in the basket, now you out here broke and stressed out, right? You want to diversify. If the stock market go down, oh well, it is what it is, but I got more money over here, right? You want to diversify, right? If the government comes out with some ridiculous tax laws, oh well, that's okay, because I got some money over here. Diversify. You want to make sure that your retirement accounts that they're giving you at your job, right? That's okay. But don't let that be your end all be all. Because I promise you, right? If all your money is in the one account or those types of accounts, now you're ready to take some money out, you're going to get hit with taxes. You're going to get hit with penalty. And if that's all you got, well, you ain't got no choice. You're going to get hit either way. But if you have choices, you can say, you know what, Adetta? Okay, I'm not going to touch money from here, because if I touch money from here, right now I'm under 59 and a half and I'm going to get hit with taxes and penalty. But you know what? You told me to do this other thing, so I'm going to pull money from this other thing. And this other thing is tax-free, risk-free. Diversify, right? I have a client right now that I'm helping. He pulled out $100,000 from his 401k, and boy, it hurts. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. 40% went to Uncle Sam. He took out $100,000 from his 401k, and 40% of that went to Uncle Sam in taxes. Not the 10% penalty, taxes. Boy, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt for me, and it's not even my money. Okay? So you want to diversify your accounts, right? Number 5, you guys said it. You need help with paying down your debt. Yes, debt will rob you. Debt will rob you. If you're thinking, oh my God, that I'm doing good, I'm making all this money over here, I'm saving over here, I'm investing over here. Debt is a silent killer. Debt is a silent robber. You billing over here, but debt is going to eat it away over there. And the money that you're earning over here is not 20%, but debt, you're paying 20 and 22 and 18%. So it's going to rob you. It's going to rob you. So even the people who may be making a lot of money, if you got a lot of debt and it's not strategic, right? It's not strategic debt, you could still wind up being broke. Can somebody tell me, put in the chat, what do I mean by strategic debt? What is a strategic debt? Well, I'm just saying, a strategic debt is a debt that's going to make you money. Strategic debt, you're leveraging debt to make more money. For example, you buy a multi-million-dollar, a multi-unit property. Yeah, it's debt, but you're getting income from all of those apartments, right? So if we're going to go into debt in 2025, we want to make sure that we are leveraging debt. So when you buy that property, you have income coming in, right? And I heard this many, many years ago. They said your first property should never just be a property where you're living in, because you have no rental income. You have no rental income, right? Number 6, protect your loved ones and yourself with life insurance. Make sure your life insurance has long-term care and or living benefits. Why? Is it a matter of if or when we get sick? Is it a matter of if or when we get sick? Are we going to one day fall sick? Yes or no? Let's keep it real. We're human beings. Are we going to one day fall sick? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Are we one day going to fall sick? Yes. Are we one day going to die? Are we one day going to die? Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, we're going to get sick. Yes, we're going to die. If we are blessed with long life, are we going to grow old one day? If God bless you with long life, are we going to grow old? Old age is real. And if God blesses you with old age, that is a blessing. If you live to 80 something, 90 something, 100, that is a blessing. But it's also a curse. How is it a curse? It's a blessing and a curse. It's good and it's bad. That depends on what you're doing now. That depends on the financial choices you are putting in place now. Will dictate if it's a blessing or a curse. So how can you live into old age, not be something good? I don't know about you guys, but y'all don't want to be in Kings County nursing home where you're going to eat pasta with no salt. Right? My brother's in a nursing home, and thank God he's in the best nursing home money could buy. Thank God, right? Thank God. We could sleep good at night because we know he's in the best nursing home money could buy in New York. The best, okay? He's the only black person, okay? From the janitor to the director, Jewish. Know me by my name, Odetta King. Oh, Kevin is such a good person. Kevin is a great guy. We love Kevin. Da, 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 da. Yes! Right? You got to make provision for these things, right? If you follow me on social, you see me posting a lot when I go to visit him, right? You want to make sure that these are things you got to prepare for. My brother is young. He is not old. So when I say it's not a matter of if, but when you get sick, what do you have in place right now that is going to pay you? Because you're still alive and the bill's still coming. Sickness is the number one reason people go bankrupt and fall in poverty. Sickness, it will wipe out, especially cancer, it will wipe out all the money you have in under 2 years. Wipe it out. How do we know this? When you come to our convention. 2 years ago, we had the Age Lab Research, the top guy, the Age Lab Research Institute. The things that they're projecting, if we really do live long, we're going to need a lot of money. Because as we speak right now, the Age Lab Research, they're cooking up a whole bunch of things and experimenting with a whole bunch of things for people to live beyond age 100. Beyond age 100. So in our time, we could live to 100. Maybe the next 2 generations is going to live beyond age 100. Because they're doing the research right now. So what do you have in place when you get sick? Not if. When you get sick, what do you have in place? Please don't tell me the government is going to take care of you. Because the only way the government is going to take care of you is if you're dead broke. And all you got in your name is $2,000. That is the only way the government will take care of you. If you only got $2,000 to your name. And I know most of y'all have more than $2,000. So let's not go there with the government excuse. Let's not go there with the government excuse. Come to me with something else. Oh, some of you are going to say, oh, Dad, I got a great job. Great benefits. Okay. That's great. But how long is that going to last you? How long is your great benefits going to last you? If you are sick beyond a year, how long is your job, great benefit going to last you? If you and I can't even survive on 100% of your paycheck, how are you going to survive with 60% of your paycheck? So I ask the question again, how are you going to survive? when you get sick, not if, when. Guys, other cultures put things in place. Other cultures, they're thinking about these things. And maybe they never get sick. Maybe they just wake up one day or go to bed one day and die. But it's better to have it and not use it than need it and don't have it. What do you have in place? Right? So if you have the right type of life insurance with the right company, long-term care and living benefits is a super big deal. This is extra money that now you and I can get from the policy because we are ill. And if you have a term policy, I'm going to talk about a term right now, right? Because there's different types of policy. If you have a term policy, you also want to call the company and find out when will the premium increase, because they're all going to increase. So if you have a 20-year term, for 20 years, your premium is level. If you have a 30-year term, for 30 years, your premium is level. But after 30 years, make no mistake, the price is going up. And what will happen? They will send you a nice letter stating, after 30 years, this is your new price. They're not going to tell you now. They're going to tell you later. They're not going to tell you now. But when you sit with someone like us and we look at your policy, right? If you have a life insurance policy, you want to make sure you get in touch with me so I could do a review, because I know what to look for. You don't know what to look for. You might be seeing it right there, but you still don't know what this means. I know what to look for because we've studied this, right? We know exactly what and what we should look for when we're looking at a policy. So there's a lot of different policies out there. Which one do you have? And all policies are good, but some are better because they give you more benefits, right? So for me right now, no kid, no husband, you bet. Living benefits and long-term care is a super big deal for me. Because if I cannot work, who's going to pay my bills? My parents can pay because they don't have. Nobody has extra. Who's going to pay my bills every month? Make sure you have long-term care and living benefits, right? Because you're going to get sick. It may not be now. It may not be 10 years. It may not be 20 years. But old age is real, right? Old age is real. Number 7, always seek ways to increase your income. Guys, why do we need to increase our income? Well, are costs of living going to go up or down? The longer you and I live, are things going to get more expensive or are things going to get cheaper? When I first came to this country, my mom and we used to go to Pat Mark. And mom would spend $100 and child, we were rich. Okay? We would come home with a wagon full of grocery. And the wagon is like mountain. Okay? It's like high up. $100 used to give us a wagon, a shopping cart full of groceries with a mountain. Okay? My friends, all of my friends, when they would come to my mom's house, they could go in our pantry and grocery shop. They could go into our pantry and leave our house with 1 or 2 plastic bags. My house always had food. Today, what is $100 giving you and I when we go to the grocery store? You ain't getting you are not getting a cart of grocery, okay? You are not getting a wagon of grocery with $100. So this is another reason why we have to always look for ways to increase your income, to keep up with cost of living, right? But also, you need more money. It's never a problem having more money, right? You have more money, peace of mind. You could bless more people. You could help more people. You could do more stuff. You could treat yourself to dinner every once in a while. You could take a trip spontaneous just because you feel like, right? Like right now, I just feel like going on a cruise. I'm going to go on a cruise. Right now, I just feel like going to Dubai, and I could go to Dubai. Like, you have more freedom and peace of mind, right? Always look for ways to increase your income. And guys, number 7 is personal to me. Because again, when I was in corporate America and I would lose my job, my good job, corner office, traveling the world, visiting hotels, having Fortune 500 company meeting, my good job that was paying me 6-figure back then, when I lost it, I was devastated. Because the money stopped. One source of income, the money stopped. And I realized, no, I can't be a college grad, have all this experience, and I lose my job, and now I ain't got no income. No, I got to do better than this. So I started looking for ways. And God bless my Auntie Yvonne, who's on this call. When we were in Guyana, she was the one that said, Odetta, get into teaching. So what I did over here, I started teaching too on the side, right? So now I have 2 sources of income. So when my hotel was like acting up, or they changed ownership and they're still sold the hotel, I ain't stressing. I ain't tripping. Y'all could sell the hotel wherever you send me. I'm okay. I got enough savings now. Goodbye, right? Goodbye. I still got my teaching job on the side. Money is coming in. I got my savings. And I'm going to job hunt, and I'm going to pick, choose, and refuse, because I'm in control now. You got to have multiple sources of income, right? Number 8, start a home-based business. Why? And when you come to the tax seminar, we're going to show you some tax strategies why you want to have a business. Because in America, when you have a business, you are going to get more leadway. You're going to get more leverage. There's going to be things that you can do that you cannot with a W-2. There's nothing you could write off with your W-2. Nothing. Those books that I bought last night, I can't write it off if I'm a W-2. But because I have a business, 100% I'm writing them off. My trip to convention, 100% I'm writing them off. My hotel to convention, 100% I'm writing them off. My meals, my entertainment, 100% I'm writing them off. Suits that I'm going to go buy for the convention to speak on stage, I'm writing them off. Client events, I'm writing them off. Seminars at my office, I'm writing them off. Tax benefits when you own a business. Tax benefits when you own a business, right? You can write it off. All of the premiums I put in my IUL, I'm writing them off. Tax benefits when you own a business. So is it advantageous to own a business? 100%. Number 8, start a home-based business, right? You could come on board with us, get your license, right? Help families, teach families this information, right? Teach families this information, or share this opportunity with other families, right? And I'm going to pivot and just to kind of show you guys when it comes to, let's find it here. When it comes to the compensation, like guys, your job is never going to do this. Your job will never pay you so much, right? Per hour, right? You come on board, let's say you help somebody save $250 a month. Your entry level, you're a training associate. You're not making no money here because you ain't got no license. Your first 30 days, you want to hurry and get your license. The quicker you get your license, even if you know nothing, you're going to make money. When I first started this business 8 years ago, I would call my mom. I'd be like, Mom, I just made money. She's like, Odetta, really? You just made all that money? You just made all that money? You went in somebody's house for 2 hours? Like, are you sure this stuff is legit? I'm like, Mom, I got a license. The state give me a license. What do you mean if it's legit? I got a license that the government give to me. She's like, oh my God, Odetta, you should have been doing this a long time ago. Because there is no way that I would teach for 2 hours and make $900 for 2 hours. There is no way I would teach or at my corporate job for 2 hours and make $1,350 in 2 hours, even if it take me 3 hours. There's no way. There's no way. And now a marketing director, you at a 62% contract. You help somebody save $250. $250. They're already saving that money. They're just not saving it in the right vehicle. Now you educate them on money. You show them where to save that same $250 they put in a susu with no interest, no leverage, no life insurance, no living benefits, no long-term care. The same $250 they're putting in the bank, earning less than 4%. No life insurance, no living benefits, no long-term care. The same $250 they're putting in a 401k, 403b, IRA, SEP IRA, all of that. No life insurance, tax-free, market risk, no living benefit. You're going to educate them. And now they reposition that money. They're still saving. Now they're just saving smarter. They reposition that money and put it where you're going to learn an IUL. Index annuity, right? You just made $1,860. Guys, I kid you not. I'm going to have my mom. My mom doesn't know how to do Zoom, but one day I'm going to have her do like a live with me. I would call my mom when I'm done with a client, and I was like, Mom, I just made $1,000. Oh my God, I just made $1,000. And she's like, oh, Dad, are you sure this is legit? This is too easy. I was like, yes, Mom. Now she don't question me no more because she knows it's legit, right? So start a home-based business. Come on board with us. Get your license. Put yourself in position, this month to get your license. So you can start helping families next month and make extra income. Even if all you do, let's say you don't want to build a business. Let's say you don't want to be a junior broker or a senior marketing director like myself. Let's say you just want to help 1 or 2 families a month. 1 or 2 families a month, right? Share with your community. Share with your schoolmates. Share with your classmates. Share with your kids' friends. Share with your church people. Share with your neighbors. Just share this information with them. But because you got that license, you make an extra income, right? Number 9, home ownership. Yes. Every wealthy person will tell you real estate is part of their portfolio. You got to own. Because you know what? We all going to need a place to live. When I die, my nieces and nephews need places to live. When they die, their kids need a place to live. You're always going to need a place to live, right? My grandmother died, the kids need a place to live. When the kids die, their kids need a place to live. You're always going to need a place to live. So why not incorporate real estate? Guys, you know what I'm seeing right now? People who never own real estate. Now they're retired. 60, 70, 80, 90. You know how hard it is for them? Let's say they live in an apartment or a building. The owner of the building dies, and they left the building to their kids. Their kids wants nothing to do with managing the property. Their kids are not even in New York, and their kids just don't want a headache. Mommy died, daddy died, let me just sell this thing and get me money. I don't want to deal with no headache. Sell. Sell it to the Jews. Sell. Sell it and give me my money. Especially if you have multiple children. Let's say you got 3 or 4 kids. One of them is going to bulldoze you to get their money. This happening right now. I know a family right now. The mom passed away and left the property. A multi-million-dollar brownstone in Brooklyn. Brownstone in Brooklyn. If you know anything about Brooklyn and you know brownstone, it is not cheap. They don't even make brownstones anymore. Right? One sibling immediately, she wants she money. She want her money. She don't care nothing. She want to hear about no garbage. She don't want to hear about no tenant. She just want her money. The other sibling is like, I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm fine. And then there's one of them that wants to keep the house. There's one of them who are thinking like me and want to keep this house in the bloodline. So the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generation always have a place. Know that this is great, great, great Granny Odetta house. Or know that this is great, 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 great Granny Sheila house. That every family, they hit hard time, they know they got a place that they could come and lay their head. One want to sell. One said, whatever, do whatever y'all want to do. I'm okay with it. And one wants to hold on to the house because she grew up in the house. She has memories in the house. She want to keep that integrity, that legacy. She want to pass this story down. So what happens now? Tell me, put in the chat. What happens now? You got 3 kids. What happens? How do you think the outcome is going to be? Now we got a tug of war. Made a win. I don't know. Right? Made a win. I don't know. But you know what my grandmother used to always tell us? God bless the child that have their own. God bless the child that has their own. So even though mommy get the house and mommy die and left the house for me and my siblings, I'm going to go get my own house. Because my granny always used to say, God bless the child that has their own. I don't know. Have real estate part of your portfolio, right? And number 10, this is where Yvette opened up the webinar. Protect your assets with a will and or living trust. And when you guys get to meet her one-on-one for your free consultation, or you come to the trust estate planning session at our office, some people are going to need a will and some are going to need a trust. It all depends on what you got. You got a lot of stuff, you need a trust. You don't have a lot of stuff, maybe you just need a will. But hey, a will also send you to court. A will also send you to probate court. And a will can be challenged. So again, going back to the 3 kids, one of them may say, well, mommy didn't leave no will. And one person may have forged the will when mommy wasn't sick. When mommy was sick or she wasn't feeling good. Somebody, did something. I don't know. But there's stories out there. The attorneys could tell you. Right? So these are my 10 money moves in my Let's Get Rich planner. Right? And again, it's the starting of the year. You want to make sure that you can't push your own self. Even me, I can't push my own self, right? So you want to make sure you set up a free consultation. Even you guys that are agents on this call, you want to make sure that you set up your finances right. Because the last thing we want to hear is, oh my God, she was doing financial planning and she left she family in a mess. She was doing all this talking about money and wealth and this and that, and she didn't even set up nothing. No, let's be the examples. We know better, we do better. Right? Many of you may or may not know we had a very sister that passed away. God rest her soul, Toya Miller, right? Listen, right? We are, oh my God, hi. We are living this stuff. We're not just telling you it, we are living it, right? So Mama Miller, her only daughter, Latoya, passed away. And the mother did a eulogy and it was beautiful. And she said, you know what? My daughter used to always tell me, Mom, I'll take care of you. I'm your only child and I'm going to take care of you. I'm your only child. I'll take care of you. And boy, she sure did that. Right? The last words, if you look at Mama Miller Facebook page, she got the strength and the courage, and she spoke at her daughter's funeral. And she said, you know what? Tori used to always tell me, I want to take care of you. And she did. The things she put in place, she took care of her mom. And her mom will have ongoing lifetime income because of the strategies that Toya learned here and put in place for herself. And with that being said, I'm going to share, right, some pictures in honor of my girl. Her and I were very close. She used to always say, Odetta, we got to get more black people. We gotta get our people on the ball. We gotta let these people know this stuff. She was so proud to be an African American making 6 figures, right? So I feel like she's no longer here, but it's also my duty to carry on her legacy because I know what she stood for. So I'm gonna tell you guys, set up your consultation. I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. You guys want to reach out to me and schedule a one-on-one. And with that being said, I will see you guys back here next Thursday. Every Thursday is Money Mastery, right? So you'll always get those emails. Come on and learn what's going on with your money.
The hardest working woman in our business. Jackson. You like that, right? Okay, so what difference does WT